welcome to Chuck's Diecast Car and Model Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at this particular model. This is a very excellent model of the McLaren Senna made by AutoArt. It's in 1/18 scale, and it really is a well done model, and we'll go ahead and of course take a look at the details here momentarily. For those of you who don't know much about the Senna, although if you are a model car collector, I'm sure you probably know a lot about the Senna. This was a limited edition car. They made 500 of them, plus they made a few other special editions, you know, race versions and all that sort of stuff to actually run on the track, even though this particular car was designed to be a more track-focused car than its predecessor, which is the McLaren P1. I happen to like the P1 better stylistically. Performance-wise, I guess it's not as fast as this car, but when you're talking the difference between, you know, hypercars, you're talking fractions of seconds, and mostly bragging rights because hardly anybody will take these out on the track anyway. The engine in the Senna is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with almost 800 horsepower. The car itself weighs a fraction over 3,000 pounds, so with that power-to-weight ratio, you don't have to worry about getting away from a stoplight behind pretty much anybody else. This color here is known as Victory Gray. I actually had a hard time choosing what color to buy because there were 4 colors available. There was orange, there was white, there was black, and then there was this Victory Gray. I went so far as to go to the McLaren dealer, in my state here, to take a look at a Senna, and they actually had 2 there, but the one that was not under a cover was black. And as much as I like that black color, I thought that this Victory Gray was just kind of more unique and just kind of a neater color, and showed off the car very well also. So I picked this Victory Gray. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the model itself here, okay? First of all, I'm just going to bring the model in here a little bit closer so you can see the color. You can see here that it's actually not just a gray color, it's actually a pearl. It's great. It's really well done. I mean, that's pretty much to scale. In fact, I've seen a Senna that had a paint job in it that was $90,000. It was made of diamond dust, and it mixed in with the black paint, and that would have been sort of how a pearl would look on a model car a few years back, and it looked kind of cheesy, honestly. So, but yeah, again, this pearl in here does look really, really nicely done and to scale. Taking a look at the detail of the model itself, though, you can see the nicely done job there on the wheels, the center locks, and of course the badging there on the calipers, and of course the rotors look nicely done to scale as well. You can see the side window in the door, which is supposed to help you pick out your apex when you're on the track, although I don't know how useful that would actually be. So anyway, that detail is nice there too. You can see here that the rocker panels and this rear fairing here, the wing, the roof, and all this business up front here is all carbon fiber decal, so very good for them for doing that as well over at AutoArt. Taking a look at the front here, nothing opens on the front. In fact, this here is, of course, the radiator duct, and it just goes in here and then comes out the front, so there's really nothing to see underneath there, really, so not much lost by not having that open. Detail on the headlights is very good. You can see inside the ducting there. to see the flaps. I believe these flaps can kind of adjust, for brake cooling and aerodynamics and all that sort of business, but they don't move or anything. So, at least in the model. And the detail, of course, on the turn signal there at the very front is good also. The splitter here on the front is also carbon fiber decal, so very good there too. Okay, taking a look at the rear, there's a lot going on here because of the aerodynamics involved with this car. It has a top speed, in excess of 200 miles an hour, so you gotta definitely have aerodynamics on this. You can see in here, first of all, in the reflection, you can see some good, you can see the strakes there on the extractor there very well. You can see the triple exhaust here, which is well done. The wing, as I pointed out, is carbon fiber decal, and it does actually adjust. I believe on this particular car, this automatically moves up and down depending on your braking status or whether you're going in a straight line. So that's well done there too. The very back, you can see the mesh to extract heat there from the back, the Senna badge on the right, and of course the little Senna license plate there too. So looks good there as well. If you were to take a look at my video that I posted a few months ago on the McLaren P1, you'll see that the engine compartment opens. You can actually take off the rear section of the car, unlike what the actual customers can do, to look at the engine. Unfortunately, this model does not have that capability. So I guess you have to be like you're unfortunately like the real owner, and you don't have the capability of, looking in more detail at the engine. But if you do take a look at the engine, and let me put a little bit of light on here, you'll see that it's, it's pretty well detailed. So that's your peak that you have of the engine, and it does look pretty good. Okay, well, let's take a look at the interior next here, okay? And of course it does have the, I believe McLaren calls them Dihedral Doors. And the detail on this is very nice. Again, let me go ahead and put some light here. You can see detail on the steering wheel, the center console, the dash, all very good. You can see the seat belt there as well. Looks like photo etch. It is flocked in the interior to simulate the carpet. So that all looks really, really excellent. Okay, and well, if you look at it from the other side, I don't know if there's much else to see on the other side, but yeah, you can see the Senna badge there on the dash, and again the seat belt. So again, a very well detailed model. For many, of course, the unfortunate thing is that it is made of, composite or resin or plastic or whatever you call it, instead of metal. But, that does kind of allow for tighter shut lines as well. So the compromise does help out a bit there. So I still do recommend this model. It really does look nice. So as it is, that is all I have on this particular car and model. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please go ahead and like it, and subscribe to my channel as well, and take a look at some of my other videos. Have a nice day.